I'm Emma Tennyson, and this is my final project of our study abroad trip to Greece. And I just want to preface saying that this trip was amazing. I so wish I would have went on a study abroad trip sooner in my college career so I could go on more. But I am so happy that I did go, and it was just amazing, and is kind of bad because now I want to go see the rest of the world. Anyways. So before going to Greece, I always heard that Greek people are very friendly, welcoming, and family-oriented. So I just pictured that. And it was exactly that. Everyone was so nice. And I felt safe pretty much for the most part the whole time there because people stay in groups, they're friendly. I don't know, it's just different. Everybody was helpful and patient because of the language barrier, which that also surprised me, but I can get to that later on. And then it really did seem like they value their customers and their relationship with just everyone. And so they value their customers because their work ethic was much better than the US, because you have some people in the US that do value their job and are friendly, but then you have people that are kind of salty, like a waiter or just someone trying to help you out. But in Greece, it felt like everyone there was nice. It's like they actually cared about their job and very hardworking. So that from Greece to the US, I wish we were more open to getting to know people and more friendly. But it's hard to be friendly when you also don't know someone, because what if they're mean or, in Greece, it just seems better. I don't know. And then transportation, getting around, that was not the best. They could learn more about our driving, and that says something. It felt a lot more chaotic compared to the US, and it wasn't as structured as what we have here, and just they have a lot more motorcycles weaving through big cars. That's also scary, and their crosswalks. I don't know, it was just something I didn't really expect too much. The communication barrier, I thought it would be a bigger challenge than it was, but it ended up being much easier than I expected. I didn't realize how many people in Greece learned English beyond just 2 years in high school. Like, we had to learn Spanish for 2 classes, and that's it. But they had to learn it more than just 2 classes. But even if someone didn't know it, they still tried and were patient, or would go get someone that was super nice and friendly. So it did make my experience less stressful. I did like that. But that is also weird because I feel like now when I go look at it, I guess every other country knows English, but English people know no language, so it's weird. For food expectations, man, I was kind of disappointed. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, and it was good, the food in Greece, but I was expecting it to be mind-blowing. But I do think that it wasn't mind-blowing because they use fresher and healthier ingredients, and they don't use seasonings that don't need to be there or anything that doesn't need to go on the food. So I do like that it's probably most definitely healthier than what we have here. But I did think it was going to be a lot better, like more flavor. I will say though, the Coke there was better than Coke here, and I really miss it. Some other weird expectations that I expected were bright colors. Like, when I thought of Greece, I just think of blue, but Athens, Greece was more dark and gloomy. Everyone kind of wore black, which I did not expect, so you could definitely tell I was a tourist because I backpacked bright clothes. But that's kind of what makes it kind of cool about Athens, is like, and just other countries in general, because I bet everywhere's like that. They have places where in their country that is totally different than the center of it, and that's how the US is too. So after the experience, I definitely would love to go back to Greece, but to visit the islands. And I also really want to travel to Paris now, because this trip made me more interested in exploring different cultures and seeing how other people live in other parts of the world. So it would be cool to see from America to Greece to Paris, compare it all, and of course to try Paris's food, because pastries, I love pastries. But this was definitely one of my best college experiences, and I just want to thank y'all so much for having me and making it so amazing. Even just the business trips we went on were so fun and informative, and I really wasn't expecting that, but I loved everything. The olive oil, the marketing, literally everything was awesome, other than the cold weather. And that's another thing. I just expected Greece to always be hot, but that's just a dumb thing. Okay, anyways, thank you. Bye.